What's up, everyone? How is everyone going? Yeah, I know we've been been quiet on the weekend. We've been busy doing a lot of things at the moment, but yeah, today we'll just be with Tristan, Cindy, and Tasha. We'll just go to the next room here. You'll see their lovely faces. Here we go. Awesome. Hi. How is everyone going? Yeah, good. I was like doing some very last minute stuff. So apologies. I was just like, just want to go in, do everything. Cool. And thanks for everyone. By the way, I'm just going to put your volumes up, by the way. Just give me 1 second. Pretty sure everyone can hear you now. It was like a low volume. How are you guys? I think with the volume went down a little bit. Cool. So yeah, today is a very exciting day. Obviously it's a big reveal of the pilot episode of what the title says, obviously. So there is a link down below that you click on. It's not available yet. It's still we're going to be premiering at 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. So that's going to be very exciting. So you've all seen the teaser. You're definitely going to be seeing the pilot episode, which will be coming out, and it is going to be the end of the campaign tomorrow. Sad, but you know it's still there, and you still have the chance to go in and have a look and see what we're doing. You know, so Cindy, Tasha, and Tristan has been very hard at work and driving everything out in the background. And even though it does seem easy, it's not. It's not, especially at this time. So, but the passion is still there. Yeah. So I really want to. I want to ask you guys. Like, I know I've been doing some of the streaming and the marketing side of things, but can one of you tell me? Yeah, what have you guys been up to in the background?
Tristan.
Well, me.
Yeah, Tristan.
I'll jump in. There I go. Neglecting, not to focus on the Indigo campaign necessarily, but Galactic Circus, hard at work putting everything together in the background there in terms of production. We are in the moment hard at work on the Screen Australia application. That's taking up a lot of effort and focus, but it's also been good to sort of bring all the crew and cast together a little bit in preparation for that. We are hoping to shoot this next year. That's the goal. Ooh. And so the big hurdle there is mainly the funding. It's we want this to be a full, properly funded production. Get everyone involved, everyone from the cast to the crew to ourselves, all wants to be a part of this in terms of like a fully funded professional production, and that's what we're shooting for. And there's a lot of work involved with putting that all together. There's so many moving parts. If anyone has put together even just a short film or anything like that, you know how much sort of effort and energy it takes, and how you do need a collaborative team effort from everyone involved. So that's kind of been our big focus, and we'll be continuing our focus in the coming weeks to sort of put all that together. Sort of the foundation of it all. A big part of that is the schedule, locations, the creativity, art department, all those fun little elements. Basically just getting prepared. Big pre-production for it all. Because it will be a big shoot.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, it's gonna be pretty big. One of the biggest sort of ones we've done. So yeah, just being really hard at work putting all those moving pieces together, and just saying it out loud, it seems basic enough, but there is a lot of little tedious things you need to consider. And again, our cast and crew have been amazing. I cannot stress that enough. How incredible, yourself included, my dear William.
Yeah. I'm doing what I can. I'm doing what I can.
So hard, Mr. Chan.
Do what I can.
Chan fan club.
I do what
yes.
And he cooks amazing food as well.
Stop it. It's not all about me. It's about you guys. What are you talking about? And then just a quick stop by. Thank you, Tyler from Perth, for coming in. By the way, I says hello, GC crew. You all work so hard. Where do you get your passion, and what drives you? I mean, that's a question we can sort of answer in between.
Yes, good question, Tyler. It is, I find it even more so these days. It's really hard to hold on to that after last year and this year. Like it's already difficult in general to try and really motivate yourself and to push yourselves. But again, when sort of you have these complicated years, I like to call them, where it becomes even more difficult. Yeah. But I think it's just soaking up what you love to do, and just soaking up what you want to achieve, like whether you're watching your movies or TV shows, music, whatever your creative sort of jam is. For me anyway, I just soak that stuff up. That's what kind of motivates me. And then when I surround myself with all these, Tisha, Cindy, Will, and everyone else, and yourself included, Tyler, it's just really good to sort of be surrounded by people just as passionate and who love to soak up the things they love and to channel that into making their own creative projects, their original projects, and sort of, I guess, and also that dream. We all have dreams, and I think it's that stuff does not happen overnight. It takes many years, a big journey to get there, and I think keeping that in perspective as well, like, I think it's important to sort of have that objectivity, but the goal, and Galactic Circus has been a huge goal of ours for a long time, and now we're slowly approaching sort of the, not end game of it all, but like the big step to finally sort of shoot for it and make it happen. So, and again, just surrounding yourself with just as passionate people who see your vision, they believe in it, and that fuels me in a big way. If you don't just talk about Galactic Circus's project, that's one of the things that fuels me the most, is when I get so giddy with excitement. Everyone just puts in all this effort, all the creative ideas, and it just fuels me. And I think I speak on behalf of Tisha as well. Yeah. Me and her have many a conversation about this. Usually just when we're talking to each other, we're like, oh, okay, that was so amazing what happened today. It's like, okay, just feels so amazing when things feel like this. And the big one was the proof of concept, the pilot episode, which is premiering today. That is a big labor of love that we put a lot into. It was very challenging. I think we talked about it a little bit more in our previous Gigglebyte episode. About how sort of challenging that was to bring to life, and now it's done. And looking back at it, it was just, again, what I've been talking about, just everyone coming together, so excited, so passionate, so just we fuel each other. So I think I might have spoken a bit too much. Well, what about you? Yeah, that's great. It's really good. That it is a great team as well, considering we have that same vision. But what about you? What about you, Tasha? Like, what sort of fuels you?
In terms of finding passion?
Yeah.
Well, I think, there's inspiration everywhere. Like, I watch movies and I get inspired by certain elements in movies, or like, stories with, just hearing stories here and there, news articles and everything. And it's just like, this inspiration leads to imagination. And then if you can imagine something that you think is entertaining and it can be achievable, or you can see like a pathway towards achieving it, then I think that's where passion comes from, because you've got to be actively following these passions as well. It can't just be something you think of and then don't act upon. So if you can somehow figure out one step to get closer to it, I think that's how your passion kind of grows, because you are going towards it. And if you can see yourself improving and see yourself taking these steps forward towards these things, then I think that passion just kind of fuels itself, and it just keeps burning and burning. And then you have people that come along, amazing people that kind of, they fit your wave and you're all journeying on this same wavelength. And then you're just like, yes, and then they bring in more people, and everyone's got the same kind of flow, and it's like, again, the passion is feeding the passion, and other people's passion for your project ignites your own passion even more, and you go, wow, like people actually believe in us, people believe in this story, and people want to see this happen as well. So of course that's going to fuel and make it bigger and bigger. And I guess I think part of it's also luck as well. Like we're lucky enough to find the wonderful people that we have on board, the amazing cast and the amazing crew that we've got, and lucky and blessed that they that they're in tune with the project, they are in tune with their characters, and and are passionate about bringing it to life. Maybe you can't find passion, maybe passion finds you.
Possibly. That's great.
It's a two-way street. It's a two-way street.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it. And it's great that we have a very awesome team as well that like to collaborate and like to do as much as we can for the project. And what about you, Cindy? I know you've sort of been you have been supporting all the way through, and at a few stages you had to also have other commitments, which is great. You're singing for the choir and all that. What, like, to Tyler's question, what drives you? What drives you to for that creativity of yours?
Just with creativity in general.
Yeah. Well, and you singing, like, what's your drive?
Yeah. More singing than anything else, really. Well, I've got to say it, God.
Yeah, that's all right.
Because, he drives. I'm a Christian, and the Lord drives me in everything that I do, and He's behind everything that I do and think and feel, and keeps me centered and on the right path in every way. And and my voice, my singing voice, I know is a gift that I was born with, and that I know that I'm supposed to use to help people and bring people joy and all that sort of stuff. So, and again along that with acting and performing and now producing and getting behind the young people, because I'm a lot older than you guys.
And, you're doing well, we're getting well to adapt as well.
Promoting, I love promoting younger people and getting them, helping to keep them motivated and getting behind them and saying, I'm behind you 100% and come on, let's do this. I
love that. That's so good. That's really good, considering that and that's inspiring as well, because obviously you've been in the entertainment industry for so long, and now you're pushing up the younger generation to do what you do. But I guess I could answer only. I'll make it short, but like I know that. It is definitely the crew that we have, and also what sort of drives me even more is creating something for the people as well. Considering what's out there, what's going on, I like to fill it with positivity, and the content is what keeps me smiling. If we can get the content out to you guys to entertain people, and if there's any ounce of distraction that we can give you, with the comedy that we can produce, then great. That's the feeling. This is why I became a videographer. I like seeing people's reactions to my stuff, to my videos that I create, and the smile that they have, that emotion that I see, is what keeps me going. So that is what drives me the most, I reckon. And to get it out, get the content to you guys. But anyway, so I'm going a bit. I was going to say to keep it short, but yeah. So I know Tyler's been asking some questions as well about what life lessons can average viewer learn from the antics of Galactic Circus. Interesting. Yeah, what is that? Yeah, that's a question for you guys.
like what they would get out of watching it, like what life lessons we're trying to sort of present to people. Yeah, that's what my interpretation of the question.
So live life to the fullest, because don't hold back. Sometimes you have choices. Sometimes you have choices, and you could have the sort of riskier sort of choice or just the safe option. But why hold back? If you're around people like your friends or your workmates that kind of support you and there to champion you. If you take a risk and you fall, then they'll be there to catch you. I think that that kind of friendship and that kind of I don't know. That's the first thing that comes to mind for me anyway.
And also
life lessons from GC.
The thing that came to my mind instantly was just embrace your uniqueness. I think, and as we said, we've been honest that the Galactic Circus series was inspired by the time Tisha and I had working at an arcade. And one thing that was always brilliant back then was the uniqueness of everyone, and how a lot of them, everyone pretty much was unafraid to be sort of them and just be wacky, be weird, be wonderful. And I guess we've channeled that into these characters. They are so diverse and fun in their own little idiosyncratic ways. And I guess in personally in my life too, my group of friends are a bit like that. And just, I think that's a good way of getting enjoyment out of life, is to connect with people that way. Accept them for who they are, good and bad. But obviously they'll be more good than bad. Otherwise it would be your friends. Just embracing those elements that you guys connect with, no matter what it is, something as weird as whatever. I mean, as you'll see in this pilot episode, we've tried to capture that a little bit, these little dynamics that come to play and how unique everyone kind of is, and how they're okay with that. So yeah, I guess, just embracing that. And I guess Tisha and I have always been like trying to embrace the uniqueness of it all. Of ourselves as well. Just again in the creative industry, this is one of my favorite quotes. I don't know if it applies, but like, to be number one, you have to be odd. I really like that quote. That motivates me in a way. Like whenever I'm sort of lacking it, I just think of that quote. It's one of my favorite quotes, and I mean that just applies on anything. Just I'm afraid of unique.
I quite agree to both of your views on Galactic Circus as well. Considering like it's being yourself, really, just really be, I guess, own your uniqueness in a way as well as like there's friends all around you to back you up no matter what sort of thing. So it's kind of like that sort of family, I guess. No matter who you are. That's the group of people I see with the characters anyway, so I won't spoil too much. I'm trying not to spoil too much. But you'll get to see that sort of dynamic as well, so that's something I'm really looking forward to as well. So, and you'll get to see obviously the pilot episode, like we said before, it will be later on. By the way, Tyler says 9 cents Tisha. I think with the I like that part with the whole having people having your back all the time, which is great. So I guess the next question I wanted to ask about, like, what are the sort of plans, I guess, that we're setting up after we release the pilot.
Well, once we release the pilot, we are going to go continue working on our application to Screen Australia, which is what Tristan mentioned before. A lot more stuff we need to do there, and we are trying to obviously put our best foot forward. So putting a lot of effort into it. So if you guys want to send us all your positive vibes and happiness, and maybe send letters to Screen Australia.
Does that work?
I don't know. I don't see how it could hurt.
True.
But
it's like fan letters all the time. Like
yeah.
Support Galactic Circus.
I mean, like, if you guys want to help us out, I mean, just jump on like our social channels, jump on our Discord community. watch Will's fan club on Twitch. You know, just jumping on and helping us support there. We've got a little bit more content. So we've got content that we were lucky enough to film sporadically throughout the year whenever we were allowed out of home. So we've got a little bit of content left. We are hoping that things will open up again and maybe we can film some more skits with the actors when we can. You know, if you guys want to see something, you know, we're totally open. We're totally like, you know, chill. Like, you know, feel free to like send through suggestions or send through whatever you want to see. And if it's, I mean, you know, still working on Will's OnlyFans. Okay,
I mean, there was a high demand for it.
Oh my god!
Within the PG realm, we can make it a possibility.
Oh gosh, it went from Galactic Circus to like OnlyFans and Patreon.
Well, that only came up at your last live stream.
Oh no! And just so everyone knows, like, I mean, I love to do all these streams. I really do. Like, anything to sort of push more exposure to about Galactic Circus to you guys because it's an awesome show we're going to be producing. But yeah, so I'm just doing because obviously, you know, we are based in Melbourne for people who are watching a bit later. We are unfortunately still on lockdown. Can't really do much considering restrictions of movements. So what I've sort of decided to do is, you know what? We've still got the technology. We've still got, you know, we've got computers, we've got cameras. Yep. Let's just put something on. Like, let's just have fun because, like, there's just not enough positivity spread around. So I thought, just I'll plug in a few things about Galactic Circus at the same time, bringing some entertainment to you guys. You know, unfortunately, you know, like Tasha said, like, wish we could do skits for you guys, which we had plans for, but we had to sort of delay it due to, you know, and people who are not living in Australia or in Victoria, we had that stupid, you know, 10K limit, so that's why we can't do it. Yeah. But otherwise, you know, passion's still there. We're still trying to be creative. I know I try to. I'm still kind of inside. I'm like, oh, the anxiety, camera shy. You know, trying to get it out there. So, but I'm doing what I can. It's like I said, I'll do it for you guys, for you guys even as well. But yeah.
We do have we did release a mini kind of web series last year.
Oh yeah.
Called Quarantine Chronicles. You know, if you were looking for a little bit of content, last year we were in like that hard lockdown. I mean, we're still in a hard lockdown, but so we just asked some of the actors to improv little clips, and we ended up putting them together and making a web series. So you'll see a lot of Tyler in there and a lot of Felice. And all of that was improvised. Something you can watch on your phone. It's a vertical screen series, but we managed to do that last year in lockdown.
So they can check that out.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys are in the same boat as me, but I'm kind of over watching content that is about lockdown and being isolated. I very much prefer to watch content that is about what normal life was prior to this. In hopes that it'll return back to that soon. But I will just plug that web series for you in case you are looking for some extra content. It is an isolation series, and everything in that was filmed in isolation.
Wow. I remember Felice was in actual, like, she was actually in like restricted, right? She was isolating herself, right, at a hotel.
Yeah, she was in quarantine at one time. Like, actually, quite a lot of our actors are on the front line, by the way. So, you know, kudos to them for all the hard work that they've been doing over the last couple of years, because balancing that and life and acting, you guys are amazing.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, yeah, I mean, they do. Yeah, I'm just curious about the Chronicles. Like, how did it all work? I mean, you had to direct them through, like, how did it all work? Like, what happened? Like, how did they, like, get directed to do the video?
Well, I guess do you want to talk about it a little bit? I guess, when we do rehearsals with the actors, or when we were kind of doing like the auditioning phase, we created a lot of improv scenarios where we wrote little notes on the pieces of paper, and we'd give them to the actors and be like, this is your motivation for this scene, and then kind of give them the scenario. And so they have to play out the scenario while also going through their motivations and towards their own personal goals. So we did a session early last year it was, via Zoom, where we sent each of the actors their kind of directions and different scenarios, that, scenario A, scenario B, scenario C kind of thing. And so we jumped onto Zoom and we got them to kind of have these staff meetings. So everything is completely improvised, and the actor's creation in that way. And I mean, it's hard to do because it's, you've got a physical boundary of just a screen. But that's
it extended into the Quarantine Chronicles, that actual little saga. Like, again, we just kind of gave the actors a bit of free reign from what we learned doing those situations, and they just sent us stuff, and then we kind of built a little bit of a story around that. And like it was, and using like text messaging and stuff like that as well to sort of fill in the narrative gaps was our sort of little solution around that.
And on top of that, like when you say free reign, we kind of just said to the actors, feel free to record some videos and send them through to us. So there wasn't much direction there on our part, but what the actors sent through were great. And it was hilarious just to watch anyway. So we pieced it together based on what we had.
It's kind of like there was a few segments where they're like messaging each other as well, so you can see the what they were typing to each other. You can't see the names. I'm like, that's great. That's a great idea with that as well. So
it was.
There's a few times like they had to like type something and then it's like, oh no, like backspace and then rewrite the whole thing.
Oh no, I cannot write that.
Yeah, that was great. But it was a little segment that that they've done. I had I think early last year, which was great. But you like you said, I do agree. Like, it's good to veer away from the whole lockdown business. There's too much of that stuff around it anyway. People know about it. Don't need to be reminded all the time. So that's why we just sort of decided a different route, and I kind of just went on the whole Twitch thing because I was trying to find like where the game is going to be at and all that. So decided to go into the world of streamers and see what they're like, and still learning. So if you got any feedback, please let me know.
And you're on for like what, 3-4 hours and things like that?
Yeah. Some of the like 2 hours, 4 hours, but that's normal. That's what's so interesting. It's like that is normal. Yeah, people stream for hours on end because they try to give an opportunity for as many people as that just joined in and that kind of thing. So I get it. You had to go stream that many hours in case like people just going to miss out. So you can't just do 1 hour. But makes sense.
Will, have you had any sleep? Will,
have you slept?
You need to be sleep.
What's sleep? What is that? I don't know what it is anymore. thanks for joining in. Nice one. He says, "Good day, GC crew." We have Marky Dav, obviously. He says, "Will fandom, 100%." And then we've got Meppy Weppy. Hi, every burn. Every bun. Every bum. How you doing? But yeah, so yeah. Well, anyway, that's like the past with the what we will try to do anyway. And then now we're progressing through. Yeah, we're progressing through to now we're having the pilot episode. Yeah,
it's exciting, and yes, this is a big step for us guys releasing the pilot. So please check it out. It would mean the world to us, and yeah, just enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, the more people. Exactly. I mean, there's more, if more people and share it around, seriously, share it around, the more people can actually have a look at it, the more that we're just going to be more empowered to make and produce more content for you guys. It's all on you guys as well. So, you know, that's what drives us even more. So, yeah. And yeah, with the... Oh my God, Marky was just saying mukbang. Come on, man. I'll do a mukbang at some point.
I'm an ugly eater. Yeah. I'm an ugly eater. You don't want to see that. I used to be neat when I cared about my appearance, but now it's just like when I had babies, breastfeeding babies, like falling on their faces and stuff. So you don't want me to mukbang.
I think that's already content, you know. Like people, you never know. People like I saw this like I think it's just either Korean or Japanese, but she's like eating like a big bowl of stuff. She's small, and like a million people would see her watch that, eat that. Yeah. But anyway.
Right.
It's very
YouTube and TikTok and everything, it's going somewhere weird, like, you know. You know, people watch that stuff. But yeah, but anyway, yeah, please, like I said, there's a link down below that you can check out. They're available, not yet though. It's not available until 5 p.m. Australian Eastern Time. So yeah, but you did the click. The link is available right now for you to click. Lucky day.
And click the bell icon. This is the bell.
For the notifications.
Click the bell icon. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was almost Illuminati. The bell icon.
Just gonna play the X-Files theme song.
Notified when it's premiering.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, so if you actually go on the link, you can actually click on set reminder just in case, because you know, like time flies. So yeah, set a reminder. It will just have a notification in your email, and then you can just jump on when it shows on. And then yeah. But anyway, we're gonna be live streaming in another platform now, just for people who is going to be missing this whole thing as well. So we'll be jumping on the Instagram. So it's the Top Rock Instagram, I think.
Yeah.
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 Oh, the GC one. Oh, yeah, Top Rock.
Yeah, so we're going to put on Top Rock Instagram. We're just going to let other people know as well over there. So feel free to join as well. We're just going to be continuing on and talking a little bit more about the pilot. So anyway, for you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you guys for joining in the conversation and trying to promote the pilot episodes coming in a few hours, 1 hour. Now it's 1 hour.
Yes, 1 hour.
Yeah. And then, yeah, click on the link, share it around, give us some love. And then we'll see you on the Instagram if you're going to be joining in later on. See you guys. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for joining in.
Bye.
Bye.